Out of the internet, it is I, Multi-Man, or Multi-126789, and welcome back to our another Rune Factory 4 Tips and Tricks video. Today we're going to be talking about one thing that is very lovely about this game that elevates it above just being a regular life sim / farming simulator game, and that is monster taming. As you can see, I have a lot of really cool pets. Some of them are just regular farm animals, and some of them are wild beasts that are ready to kill at any given moment. But in any case, today we are going to be talking about all about our animal friends and what they can do for you in this game. So once you build a request that you'll get early on in the game, which is to build a barn, you will be able to recruit any of your monster friends by just having a barn, because you can hold up to 4 of your monster friends in a barn, and you can upgrade it later to have 12, so that's also a plus. And after you finish the request as well, you'll get a lovely item that's called the brush, and that brush will help you be able to get any monsters you want from the overworld or dungeons even easier than just throwing items at them. But regardless if you have a brush tool or not, you can recruit almost any animal / monster you ever find. As you can see right here, we have some even boss monsters that we'll go into in another tips and tricks video, but today we're just focusing on the general overall aspect of recruiting certain monsters. So, basically, when you find a monster out on the overworld that you want to recruit, there's several things that you can do. One, well, there's really only one thing that you can do, but basically each monster, whether it's a higher level than you, if it's a higher level, then you have less of a chance of regaining it as your friend. But if you use your brush tool, which I'm using right now on some of mine, you can actually increase the chance of it being a friend when you give it an item. Now, depending on what type of monster it is, it likes certain items. Now, I will tell you, because these two right now that I'm bringing along with me are my first two pets that were like super good, because I got them very early on in the game, and they helped carry me throughout most of everything else in the game. Because, to be honest, your monsters will be probably more stronger than you throughout most of the game, just because of, just due to the fact that they gain stats very quickly by just receiving food and other things every single day, and they only have one to worry about. That one stat is really only their HP, that also counts as their RP, because monsters are very unique where they only have one individual bar that keeps everything attached. So as we look at my monster, a troll is kind of ridiculous because I've had it since the beginning of the game. But a troll also is unique in the fact that you can only recruit a troll very convincingly by using something called Chemical X, which a troll can eat because it's a mimic, and it likes having poisonous stuff because it actually can not get poisoned or paralysis or sealed. And my girl Taki over here, she's our magic user, and boy does it hurt. But again, a monster like her I got early on because I was a higher level, and also I just gave her something that the fairy would like, which was a sweet, because sweets and feminine monsters seem to go hand in hand. Now, the reason why I brought up that your monsters are probably going to be more powerful than you when it comes to late game is because depending on how early you recruit monsters, like I have for mine, their stats are immaculate, because they don't take weapon, since they don't have weapon equipped, they just have base stats that you feed them with food. Whatever food you give them very early on will just keep stacking up until, you know, eventually they're so overpowered that they can take down most enemies just by themselves, with you having minimal contributing factors with it. It will save you for some of the, in the higher difficulties, your monsters will be the ones that will be carrying you for most of the game. Because, again, you have a lot of things that you can do as a human player, but your monster is going to be far more superior just due to the fact that they don't have to worry about managing anything other than, hey, we just gotta attack for our human player. This is a demonstration of how good monsters are. But also, I can talk about this while we show off just the powers of monsters and how strong they can be just on their own. Because that's a level 150 boss, by the way. Also, one thing that you can do with your monsters, as you probably saw in the previous video, they can help with your field chores. So basically, they can help you increase your crop production, and depending on also it's dependent on the level. They can help plant crops and pick up crops for you, other than just watering and help managing your field. So I believe it's at 8 is where you're allowed to use your animal's friend's ability to plant stuff for you, which is good. But they do plant random seeds. You don't really get to choose, which is kind of unfortunate. But again, it helps with that one extra layer of just being able to do stuff and not have to worry about everything. So it can help you either when it comes to going to the other fields, get those done, or just having your monsters just manage other fields just so you don't have to worry about it. They do it so you don't have to. And also that boss got destroyed very, very quickly. But yeah, that's gonna be it for monsters. If you want any help, or if you need anything to note about monsters, you can always leave your questions in the comments below. I would love to get back to you on them. But that's basically the gist of monsters. They're helpful little buddies that will definitely help the replayability of your game, and they have so many extra benefits that it's just silly not to have them. But until next time, my lovely children on the internet, I have been Multi126789, other known as Multi-Man, and I'll see you guys for the next Tips and Tricks video.